Hey man,
Hey,
what's up with him?
I don't know. I came in and he was like this. I think he's scared.
Why?
Getting on camera.
To get on camera?
We've got like 100 views on our last video. Who cares? He does more than that at work. Have you not seen the channel lately? No, I guess not. Been a little busy.
What the happened? I don't know, man. The algorithm, dude. Something happened. He's spent the last 4 days responding to comments and thinking up an idea for some new video that's got to be the best thing ever.
Oh no, that's not good. We only got 3 days. Have you tried talking to him?
I tried. I came in, he was like that. We went back and forth.
I'm good, man. If you want to give it a go, you feel free.
Yeah, let me give it a go.
Hey, little buddy, how you doing down there? The music's too loud. DC voltage can kill you.
Oh.
Okay. Well, no, that's nothing to worry about. Wait, no. You guys don't need me. No, go on. You were always more charismatic anyway. I don't need to be on camera. It's fine. It's fine. No, I'm gonna stay right down here. The nice, soft concrete floor. And yeah, blanket. It's 97 degrees, but blanket. It's comfortable.
We'll help you.
No, you can't make me. No, my precious, stay away.
Whoa, what? So what have you guys been up to this week? Just wanted to start off by giving a huge thank you to everyone that has subscribed over the last week. My last video went out to 28 subscribers. I had 100, maybe 125 total lifetime views on my channel, and for some reason, the algorithm liked the EcoFlow video and it took off. All of a sudden, I had overnight almost 100,000 views, over 1 million impressions, and thanks to all of you, 2,600 subscribers. So thank you so much. I really don't know what to say other than thank you. We are going to be making some changes around here. Hopefully you'll notice a lot of them within this video, and I'm going to call out some of your comments as we go through the video to kind of show some of the improvements that I'm making or plan to make in the near future. Now, for all of those that want to know what's going to go on with the channel in the future, feel free to stick around to the end. We're going to go ahead at that point and just go through a quick Q&A based on the previous videos, and then I'm going to give you an idea of what we have to look forward to and what is coming up. The music was too loud. You're absolutely right. Again, I appreciate those of you that let me know. There were some people that truly just wanted to be rude about it. And I understand, it's the internet. I had fun with them. But ultimately, again, something that I should have paid more attention to, something that I should have taken more effort and made sure it was right, and I didn't. I understand. I should have been able to use my Tesla. Two things on that. One, my Tesla is an older Tesla. It's a 2013 Tesla Model S. And because it's an older Tesla, it has free unlimited supercharging. That means I can go anywhere in the United States with that car, and it doesn't cost me a penny to charge it up. It's been awesome. When I go on a road trip, I'm able to get anywhere I need relatively quickly. Again, takes the time to charge, sure, but it doesn't cost me anything. Normally, a trip up to Tennessee and back in our ICE car, we would budget $250 to $300 for gas. The problem with that is that Tesla does have the right to at any point cancel my free unlimited supercharging. And if I'm found to be abusing that system by taking their electricity and powering my home, they absolutely can and will. Now, there's no way to get power from the actual charge port to get it right from the battery. So I would actually need to go through the 12-volt system. And the 12-volt system on the older Teslas is notoriously weak. It's only really meant to supply power to some of the basics inside of the car, like the infotainment system, the window regulators, and the locks. Outside of that, it does very little. So it can really only support about 500 to 1,000 watts before you risk causing damage to that system. And on an out-of-warranty Tesla, no thanks. Speaking of out-of-warranty Teslas, currently that's not an option because, as some of you may know, the day the channel blew up, so did my Tesla. I got a notification about 10 minutes before I was supposed to go to a doctor's appointment that said, your battery's at 0%, please plug in. And I had left it at 40% the night before. And unfortunately, due to a manufacturer defect back in 2013, my Tesla's HV battery is completely dead. Tesla wants 15 grand to fix it. There's a couple other options out there that I'm looking into, but for now, can't really get much juice out of that thing. All right, I get it. You think that because I'm a nerd and because I work on soldering projects, not soldering, got that comment too, that I probably don't know how to work on a car. I have built engines before. I know my way around a car fairly well. Our 2019 Hyundai Kona runs a 2-liter, I want to say Hyundai Theta engine. It's a direct injection engine that has all of its fuel lines plugged in to their respective components with plastic proprietary locking clips. To be able to get the fuel line out of the fuel pressure regulator, the fuel injectors themselves, the fuel rail, or even out of the tank, you have to have a specialty tool or you risk breaking those, what I assume are going to end up being delicate plastic connectors. In a hurricane, you don't necessarily want to lose a car, so ripping that off didn't make much sense to me. I went as far as considering tapping the fuel tank, but again, decided on a car that's still in warranty, it probably wasn't a good idea. So I held off on that, and ultimately we were able to find another way around it. Well, I guess we'll see in a few. I'm not going to argue with you. We covered that earlier. That is a very good call. Something that, again, I should have done, but didn't. I like to educate people. I like to learn stuff myself, and that's what this channel is about. Maybe every once in a while, I'll throw a quick fix up. And sure, maybe I can take some of these videos and condense them down to the 3 minutes that they want for YouTube Shorts. But for now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing here, and I completely understand if you don't want to watch. I hear you. My videos aren't scripted. I tried doing that, and I'm not good at it. So I do kind of speak off the cuff, and in a lot of cases, I'm just talking out my ass. I apologize. I'm going to do better at reviewing and editing the videos to get that stuff out. I can't promise that I'm going to do better at saying the words the right way. So I do a lot of CAD modeling, and in CAD, in my opinion at least, it's a lot easier to use millimeters, meters, centimeters than it is to use inches, eighths, fifths, mils. So because of that, I am familiar with the metric system and I do like it. I can't promise I'm always going to use metric. If we're talking about my drive to work today, I drove 65 miles per hour. I found them on eBay. That's where I find most of my stuff, to be honest. There's just not too many other options. There's Marketplace, but I don't use Facebook, so I guess maybe I need to start that. But yeah, mostly eBay. You found my master plan. Put you to sleep. YouTube autoplays the rest of my videos. Profit. I know. I said it wrong. I caught it in the edit. I was too lazy to fix it. It was only going out to 28 people as far as I knew, and none of them were going to watch it. Why did I care? I'm sorry, I'll do better. Said I didn't have a generator to begin with, so 20 gallons of gas by itself wasn't going to do me a lot of good. I did end up buying a generator after the storm whenever we realized that the battery backup I had wasn't going to last long enough. We're not used to power going out for more than 24 hours, and the battery backup that I have for our fridge generally works for right around 24 hours. So when it came down to that second day without power, that's when I started really struggling to find things. Having a generator on hand would have been the ideal circumstance, but as I've said to other commenters as well, I live in a townhome. Let me show you real quick first a actual true representation of what my house looks like in model form. This is a cardboard box. This is approximately the same size as my living area in my house. I live in a shoebox. That doesn't afford me the ability to install a large generator. Plus, it's kind of rude when you're living door to door with someone else to have a generator running all times of the day and night. During and after a hurricane, people have their windows open. They don't want to be breathing in that gas all the time. And frankly, I wouldn't either. It's not necessarily something that I like running in my backyard. Ultimately, if I can get solar panels and enough batteries to back up my home, that would be the ideal circumstance. That would go ahead and cover me in the case that we had a storm. We would have that backup, and then we would have the solar for after the storm to bring everything and keep everything online. Also, when you look at just the plain costs of what I purchased versus what you would need to purchase to get a generator, the fuel, the extension cables to run the generator far enough away from your house that you didn't have to smell those fumes all the time, you're really looking at about the same cost. Use solar panels, and I understand people have their opinions on them. Used solar panels are really, really cheap these days. You can get them for next to nothing. And if I can get a few used solar panels to power up 3, 4, 5,000 watts of my home's usage, then that's going to give me enough to be comfortable at least whenever a storm rolls through. And if I had a larger house, I would certainly have a gas backup. And yes, I understand, for everyone in pretty much anywhere else in the world, it's not a gas, it's a liquid. Yes, gas is short for gasoline. I understand. Say what you will, it's gas. That's what I'm going to call it. Get over it. A couple other common things that I saw. I do use a AI program to remove the background noise here in the workshop. I got a box fan like 2 feet from me right here, and hopefully y'all don't hear it right now. We'll find out. That does kind of give some weird things sometimes. So if you think you're hearing a ghost, trust me, you're not. No, you guys are safe. It's fine. I threw them off your trail. So YouTube does give me some ability to moderate the comment section. I have a couple of tools at my disposal. And while I believe everyone has the right to speak their mind, there are certain things that I'm not going to allow in my comment section. If you come here just to stir the pot, if you start mentioning politics, if you start going off on a certain class of person, no matter what the differentiator is, more than likely, I'm just going to shadow ban you. You'll think that your comments are getting through, but they're not. I don't intend to use this often. So far, I've used it once. Out of approximately 1,000 comments, I had one person that was purely so blatantly hateful that I simply didn't want to see their face on my comment system anymore. There's been a couple other comments that I've deleted, and I'll send that to you as a warning. Ultimately, if I delete your comment, I feel like you may not have been meaning it the way that I took it, and that's why I didn't out and out ban you from the comment section. But maybe rethink, reread, or reevaluate what you're putting in there and make sure that it's constructive, that it's not just simply there to tear someone else down. You want to poke fun at me? By all means, feel free. You want to poke fun at others' expense? That's where I'm going to have some trouble. I take care of my herd. Why faux rhino? I don't know. Kind of just easy to say. Now, on top of those comments, I got literally hundreds of comments thanking me for the good work, appreciating what I was putting out, and just simply saying, keep up what you're doing. I really, really do appreciate that, everyone. Again, this isn't something I ever really thought I was going to do. I bought this warehouse in an attempt to give myself more space to work on my own projects. And ultimately, it looks like I'm making a lot of friends on the way. So I really do appreciate it. For those of you that like to go out and tinker in your garage, that like to work on certain things, you know that it's sometimes a thankless task. You can, of course, share it with your friends and family, but in a lot of cases, they don't really care, at least not as much as you do. So to have 2,500 people that care as much as I do is a really, really cool thing. And I hope you all stick around. Hopefully we can continue to grow this channel, continue to explore new things that we can take apart, we can refurbish, reuse, or find other purposes for. I've already got some other videos lined up coming down the pipes. Some of them are going to be battery related. A lot of them are not. Hopefully you all stick around still. I plan to, again, feature all different types of content, and ultimately, whatever works, we might end up sticking with, but I want to explore a little first. One final thing I wanted to talk about is my upload cadence. Now, I made a commitment really just to myself when I started this that I would upload once a week. It's always been on a Monday because that gives me the weekend to do my editing and my shooting if I need to, and then, of course, upload by Monday night. That cadence may not be something I can keep up with forever, especially if I'm going to continue to improve the quality of these videos, because this takes a lot of time. The filming alone for this video took over 8 hours. The editing is going to take almost double that. That's a whole nother job on top of my 40-hour-a-week job. So I may every once in a while put out a very short video on Monday, maybe a quick fix, maybe something that's just leading up to another video. And then the following Monday, we will have a larger presentation. Again, I don't want you guys to think that I'm getting lazy or that I'm just not going to put something out there, but I want to be able to give you good quality content. And the only way to do that is to invest the time in it. And I don't always have that extra 20, 30 hours a week to do that. So again, thanks so much for sticking by, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below if you like the content. Please leave me some comments. Let me know how this latest video went. Did I do better? Are there things that I still need to improve? Let me know and I'll work on implementing them for next week. Other than that, I'll see you all down in the comments section. And until next week,